Hi everybody, today I have my update for my hashtag 365 days of samples. Yes, it is that time already again, so I'm just going to dive in and start with the products that I would not purchase the full size of. So the first product is from Sunday Riley. This is the Luna Sleeping Night Oil, and so this came with 5 little blue pods in there, and I'm not sure if the full size actually comes with the pods or not, because I found those little pods really difficult, those capsules or whatever, really difficult to twist open. I really hated that. I actually ended up having to use scissors. So this stuff is supposed to transform and reform your skin. It says pores are minimized, the appearance of damaged hyperpigmented skin is visibly brightened and improved, while fine lines are diminished, plumped and smooth, wake up to flawless, youthful skin. So the only thing I noticed was that my pores were smaller, but I haven't used this for 2 days. So I feel like it might not have been this stuff, and it might just be the other skincare stuff that I've been using that has made the difference in the way that my skin looks, like pore-wise. And I just didn't notice like brighter, fresher skin, in my opinion. I just feel like there are other night treatments I've used that I have seen a visible difference in my skin, like seen and felt the difference, where this stuff I didn't. It's not like I woke up and I instantly noticed my skin look better. It was just I woke up and I was expecting to see like brighter, smoother, pretty skin, and I just didn't see it, as opposed to other treatments I've used where I've woken up and been like, wow, my skin looks and feels amazing. So that's the difference there, and that's why I wouldn't purchase this sleep oil. I finished up the Josie Maran Pure Argan Milk. So this was a deluxe size. I've actually used a little foil sample of this before. I don't really like this. I don't really know what it is. The smell is off to me. It doesn't smell very pleasant. Sometimes it smelled sort of like slightly sour milk. Not for me. Didn't like that all over my face. And I just didn't notice anything. Like, it's not like my skin felt hydrated or I noticed any particular difference. My skin wasn't any more hydrated. I still had to use moisturizer and all that other stuff. It says it's an intensive hydrating treatment, and I didn't notice any improvement hydration wise with my skin. The 2 Shiseido products. The first is the Power Infusing Eye Concentrate, which I had pretty high hopes for. I like the consistency of it. It was on the thinner side, but it still absorbed really, really easily. I just felt like it didn't do much. I kept wanting my under eye area to be really hydrated and just to look and feel better, and I just didn't notice any difference. I don't have major issues, but basically I really just need hydration under there, and I just, I have like one fine line that when I keep that under eye area really moisturized, I don't notice it, and I didn't notice an improvement with that under eye area while using this stuff. And the Power Infusing Concentrate, which is a serum. I feel like I've used this before. It's really hard to keep track of all the products I've used and didn't like, because if something isn't memorable, either it's really terrible or really amazing, it doesn't really stay with me. So I feel like this is one of those ones that I used and was just kind of like, it didn't do much of anything. It was one of those things where I put it on my face and I was like, okay, feels good, has a pleasant smell, and I'd wait to see a result. Now obviously it's not like checking the time to see when my skin was going to look better. You know what I mean. I used this for 3 days, and after the 3rd day I was like, I don't see a difference in my skin. I don't see an improvement, and I just went back to using my other skincare items without any issue. So not memorable, not very special, and just didn't do much for me at all. Next is the Tokyo Milk Dark Tainted Love perfume, which came in this little vial here. This stuff smelled so good. Oh my god, the smell of it was amazing. Like, I think I said in the last video where it's dark vanilla bean, orchid, white tea, and sandalwood. Smells so good. The smell's amazing. However, it dries down really funky on me. So when I would first put it on, it would smell amazing. And then after maybe like 15 to 20 minutes, it just smelt wrong. I can't really place my finger on it, like what happened there, but I didn't smell the vanilla bean anymore. I didn't smell anything sweet. It just smelled really dark and just it just wasn't a good combination. So I guess it just didn't mix well with my body chemistry, which is a shame because it really, really smells so good on the surface. It's in the same vein as the Elizabeth & James Nirvana Black, which is my like signature perfume, and the YSL Black Opium, which I also use and really love, like those dark, like sensual, sexy kind of scents that I'm all about. But it's just the way that it dried down on me. I really wish I could change that because I love the smell of it otherwise, and I'm sure it would smell amazing on some other people. Just unfortunately, not for me. So I actually finished one other product that I would not purchase, but I lost the foil. I feel like it got mistaken for garbage, so got accidentally thrown out. That was the Tatcha Classic Rice Enzyme Powder. I'd used that previously and just felt like I'd try it again just to see. Still didn't like it. What that stuff is, it's a powder, so you actually dump the entire packet out in your hand and you mix water in it and then you apply it to your face. I hated the smell of it because it just smelled like old rice. I mean, I've had those moments where I've accidentally left rice out on the counter overnight and it just doesn't smell that great the next morning. That's what this stuff smells like. It smells like old rice, and I just didn't like the smell of it on my face, and I just didn't notice any kind of difference. Now, I will say this time, in comparison to using it previously, my skin did feel a little bit better while using it, but it still wasn't like, man, I have amazing, glowing, perfect skin. This is such a great treatment. It was just like, it was okay. Smells disgusting, but my skin looks okay. So that was the last product that I would not purchase the full size of. I have no maybes or try agains this week, but I do have a couple of things that I would purchase. So the first product is actually kind of a no-brainer because I actually already own the full size of it, but I just decided to try this one because it was a different color. So I just wanted to see what the different color was like. This is the Hourglass Immaculate Liquid Powder Foundation. So it's super mattifying. I'm wearing it today and I'm actually wearing this color Shell, which is darker than the color I have, but I believe that this color is for cool undertones. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. I do find in general like these foundations seem to run really pink anyway, so it kind of works for me. I like the one that I have, which is a little bit lighter, and I kind of want to get the one that is intended for really fair, cool undertones. I just have to embrace my like real coolness. But I love this foundation. A lot of people complain about this foundation because they don't know how to use it. That is like my biggest pet peeve. This foundation is a liquid to powder, so it dries really quickly. So you can't just apply it all over your face like you would with a regular foundation. So depending on how you do your foundation, some people like to put dots all over their face. You can't do that with this stuff. Some people, you know, load stuff up on their brushes and they try to do like their whole face at one time. You can't do that with this stuff. You have to work in sections of your face. So I will sometimes pump stuff on the back of my hand. In this case, because it was just in the packet, I just squirted a little bit out of the packet at a time, and I apply a little bit to the area that I want to tackle first, and then I use a brush. And it doesn't take much work to kind of buff it into the face, but you have to work in sections. You can do like your cheek area and like part of your chin and cheek and chin, and then like your forehead and nose, but you can't do it all at once because it will dry. I didn't like this foundation when I first used it either, but that's because I was trying to use it like I did regular foundations. It does not work with a beauty blender, I will say that. Brushes are definitely key for this. If you have this foundation, it's definitely worth trying out and trying to work with it instead of just expecting it to work like your regular foundation, because it's not going to work that way. But the finish is incredible. It's like a complete flawless skin. It's super mattifying. I love the way my skin looks when I use this foundation. It's a go-to. Like if I want to be matte, but I don't want something super heavy, like I don't really want a really thick full coverage foundation, but I just want to have like a nice matte finish to my skin. This stuff is really light and it's so good. And the last product is the Amore Pacific Natural Protector. This was SPF 30. So I used this on my face mostly. I don't even know if it was supposed to be just a face sunscreen, but I used this on my face and I really like this. This does have a little bit more of an SPF scent to it in comparison to some of the other sunscreen type products I've used, but I didn't really mind it. I like that it was really light and it absorbed easily. It didn't bother my skin at all, and it didn't affect the makeup I put on top, which was a huge factor for me when I put sunscreen on is that I put sunscreen on first and then I put makeup on top of it, and sometimes what you put on underneath can really affect your foundation. This one didn't affect it, which is why I would purchase this. So I used to go over the products that I'm currently working on, the ones that are in progress. However, because I'm working on so many deluxe sizes, I didn't want to go through and show and talk about every single product because I talk enough as it is, and that would make the video 3 times as long, and just I feel like people wouldn't be that interested. I try to keep these videos as short as I possibly can while still being as informative as I possibly can. So I'll just quickly mention the ones that I'm currently still working on. So I'm still working on the Urban Decay Vice Lipstick Sampler. I still have 20 shades left. It's a lot of shades. I'm currently wearing a mixture of 2 shades on my lips today, Psycho and Disturbed. The L'Occitane 100% Natural Shea Butter. I'm having a hard time using that stuff because it's really thick and really heavy, but I'm trying to use it on different areas of my body as much as possible. The Boscia Sake Treatment Water is actually pretty interesting and seems to work pretty well. I will put it on my face like once it's cleansed and clean, there's nothing else on it. I will put that on first before I do like serums or whatever else I'm putting on. The NUDE ProGenius Rescue Oil. It makes my skin really oily, but sometimes that's good. If I've been having a day where I've been doing a lot of makeup or I have a lot of heavy makeup on, I will like cleanse my face and then put the oil on and then kind of cleanse my face again, because I feel like the oil just sort of helps soothe my skin, because makeup can be pretty damaging to it sometimes, and I like to pile it on every now and then. The Fresh Black Tea Age Delay Firming Serum, I've really been enjoying using that. The Alterna Caviar CC Cream, which is the hair stuff. I love that stuff. I've used so many samples that at this point I feel like I need to buy the full size. The Korres Wild Rose 24-Hour Moisturizer. I really like that stuff. It smells really good, and I do notice a brightness in my skin. The Lancome Visionnaire Advanced Skin Corrector. I hate using it because the packaging sucks, mentioned before. The La Roche-Posay Physiological Foaming Water. It's alright. Nothing really special. The Becca Luminous Body Perfecting Mousse in Palm Beach. Haven't used that because I don't know what to do with it. And the Dr. Jart Ceramidin Oil-Balm is so good and super creamy, and I've really been enjoying using that. So that's just a little quick overview of the products that I'm still working on, and now I will choose the products for next week. I picked up the box and there was a spider on it, and now I want to burn my house down. Anyway, I am going to choose my products. I'm gonna do foils this week, I think, because I've got too many. I've already got 3 down there. 4, 5. As I said, doing foils this week because I have too many deluxe sizes that I'm currently working on, so I chose 5. Okay, so the first thing I have here is from Caudalie, and it is the Vino Perfect Serum. I have from Givency an Eau de Toilette. This is Haute Couture. I have from StriVectinLABS a High-Potency Wrinkle Filler. I have from Vita Liberata a Self-Tanning Night Moisture Mask. Oh dear. And finally, I have a product from Tatcha. It is the Pure One Step Camellia Cleansing Oil. I'm not sure how that's pronounced, Camellia or Camellia. So that is everything for my update. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, make sure to let me know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns down below. I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Please subscribe if you're not already so you don't miss any of these updates, and I hope I will see you in my next video. Bye. Are you just gonna hang out here? Again? What do you want? I am darkness. Jazz hands! Hello my baby, hello my darling, hello my ragtime gal. So white, so white! Hello everybody. I'm just repeating the same thing over and over again. Dear YouTube, tell me a thing. Tell me a story. What you talking about? It's a me, a Mario.